Hello, everybody. I hope you're well and having a great time today. The topic for today's video is exam stress and how to deal with it. So, starting off the end of February, beginning of March is the peak season for exams in India. The 10th and the 12th class board exams are also going to be starting around the same time all over the country. Now, for those who don't know what the board exams are, basically they are the high school and the senior school graduating exams, and depending upon the performance in those exams, one gets an admission into professional courses or into college. So they are very important in India. This was a little snippet for my international viewers about what board exams are. So we basically see that a lot of students before their exams, especially the 10th and the 12th board exams, are extremely stressed, and the stress only increases as the exam day nears. So I have a couple of powerful tips to help deal with the stress. The first thing to do is to understand that 1 or 2 days before, or even a week before the exam, you are not going to be able to shove too many things in your head. Your brain has a particular capacity, and you have worked throughout the year trying to study and grasp things, and those things will remain intact in your head. But it is unlikely that new things are going to enter into your head, so don't try to shove new things. It's a better bet to actually just revise and go over what you have studied throughout the year and be confident in it. The second thing is to focus on sleep and a good diet. If you do not sleep adequately, you might not be able to remember and reproduce all that you have studied, so it's basically a waste. Also, if you do not eat properly, you will not have enough energy in the time before your exam and also during your exam papers. So it is mandatory to eat a good and balanced diet which also contains milk, fruits and vegetables, so that you feel energetic enough during exams. The third thing is to cut out the external noise. One of the biggest external noises during exam times is the noise of parents and their critical voice. So parents create this artificial bubble of stress and repeatedly let you know that if you don't perform well, then you are not going to amount to much and that you will be considered a loser. And they also expect you to perform well because you will be enabling them to look good in the eyes of society and people, because their child is a big achiever. Also, if kids don't do well, usually parents criticize the child after the exams. So know one thing deep down, that even if you do very well and you make it at the top of the ranks, it's quite likely that your parents might criticize you, because it is their own sense of inner worthlessness and self-loathing that they are trying to pour out on you, and they are trying to live via your achievements. So their criticism of you will not stop even if you ace an exam, if they are critical and negative people. So the best thing to do is to cut out the noise of their criticism and only to focus on giving the exam your best shot, no matter what they say. The fourth thing to know is that an exam is just an exam at the end of the day. It's not a matter of life and death. Yes, it's true that the performance in exams does determine the direction of your career. But even if you screw up on an exam for whatever reason, it's not the end of your life. You can try again, or you can take an alternative career path. So it's not like your life ends via a bad performance in an exam. So knowing these things fully well, you must put forth your best foot forward and go confidently with the mindset that I will do my best. If you consciously practice these tips in the week before the exam and during the exam days, your exam stress will come down significantly and your performance is bound to improve. I would love to know how these tips worked out for you, so do feel free to comment or write to me about how your exams are going. Thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned for more videos in the next days.